Hey, Curious Connerys. Dylan here. We just want to give you a heads up that the following program contains conversation relating to topics that may or may not include physical and sexual assault and self-harm and mistreatment of different cultures. We are in no way condoning these things. But given that Sean Connery has acted in films going back many years, they've tended to come up. To spin a phrase from Disney, many of these films include negative depictions and or mistreatment of people or cultures that were certainly wrong then and are definitely wrong now. But rather than not discuss this content, we'd like to acknowledge its harmful impact, learn from it, and create conversation for a richer future. Stay curious, folks. And now, on to our show.
Connery Curious! Saga! The Last Crusade! You Only Live Twice! And the Anderson Tapes! Murder on the Orient Express! You never know what the wheel's gonna spin next! Marnie and a woman of straw! And a voodoo man in Africa! We are curious of the filmography of Sir Sean Connery.
Daddy's pretzels. These are Daddy's pretzels.
Well, that was a good transition because
Speaking
boy, Connery is daddy in this film.
Super Daddy. I'm taking edible. Cheers.
Hell yeah, I'll fire up a joint. Cheers.
Dylan Titus.
Mario Lima. That was a good start.
A great start. We are here. Another riveting episode of Connery Curious, where me and Dylan here go through the massive filmography of the late, great Sir Sean Connery. Dylan, what film are we covering today?
Oh boy, Mario, we've got a good one. Today, we have 1978's The First Great Train Robbery.
It seems like Connery and trains are usually a delight for us.
It's been a success every time. What's been our history with Connery and trains? So right off the bat, we had Man Who Would Be King.
Starts off in a train.
Yep. Murder on the Orient Express.
Of course. From Russia with Love.
From Russia with Love. What else has involved a train?
Which is also on the Orient Express. What's the movie that the train went off the rails? Was that The Longest Day? No, it was a war movie.
Yes, that was The Longest Day.
Longest Day. That blew our minds.
But that movie wasn't our favorite.
But the train scene made us go nuts.
Is there a train scene in Last Crusade?
Is there? Yeah. The circus train at the beginning.
Yep, boom. Cool. And I think the other one where it doesn't work for this formula is 5 Days, One Summer.
It looked nice inside. I was like, I think I made the comment that it looked like the Orient Express from the beginning of the movie.
Do you know why I think that one immediately steers us wrong? Is because Connery on that train is asleep. He's we never see him awake on that train. So the key is either he's not on the train or he's an active participant of the events of the train. That's what makes it a good movie.
Does he not sleep at all in the Orient Express? Like, we don't see a scene of him sleeping?
Yeah, he does sleep, but he does more things. It's when he only sleeps. And what was the other one that wasn't good? Oh, Longest Day. He's not involved in that one at all. Okay, so my rule doesn't work. So two out of the ones we've seen so far haven't been our favorites.
I feel like we're missing a couple.
I mean, the monorail in You Only Live Twice.
Yeah, that's a train movie. If it's on a rails.
Oh, yes, they're on a train. I assume your M has a similar arrangement.
Oh yeah, they have underground subway.
Yep. Oh my lord.
Oh my god. Trains in
The Wind and the Lion. Is there a train in Wind and the Lion?
I think so.
I think so as well.
I don't remember. I think it's gonna be a new rating. Is like, how do we feel about the train?
This movie gets no trains. It gets a 0.
We love trains on this show, man. But yes, we are covering today the First Great Train Robbery. I think, as you can already tell, we both really enjoyed this movie. So
Mario, I loved this movie.
Oh, this was so good. I was super excited to the point where this is the first movie in a long time that when it ended, I was like, that's it? Like, a great ending, a happy ending. But I was kind of like, I don't want it to end.
Were you ready to watch it again?
Yeah, I was ready to rewind and watch it again. And
Mario, the way we felt after Dead Reckoning ended, that was 3 hours, and when it ended, we're like, that felt like 90 minutes. Where's part 2?
Yeah,
that's how I felt with this movie.
I would have sat there for 6 hours watching Mission Impossible if they could give me both movies. I would have said, yeah, sure, sure, But yeah, this one had a runtime of only an hour 51, so it did feel fast, and because it was under 2 hours.
There were some parts that didn't feel as fast, and we'll get into that.
Yeah, but for sure, when because I was kind of jotting, and I didn't jot many notes, but when I did,
I wrote a lot of notes.
I would look up, and I was like, oh, it's over. To the point where I had to rewind it. I was like, I just want to relive the ending again. So, but yeah, so let's go into some. Before we get into our discussion, we'll do the usual wear and tear. Rotten Tomatoes score. Tomato Meter gave this a 76%, while the audience gave it a 69 nice percent. Agree or disagree with this?
I disagree. Do you?
Yeah, I think this is, in my opinion, this is like at least an 80% audience score for me.
At least.
At least.
At the very least.
Like, man, this is like so much fun. Yeah, I don't remember what movie during this podcast I've had more fun with. Like, I forget the last time I've had, like, probably Orient Express. Honestly, yeah, probably Orient Express was like the one I was like, oh, whoa, don't want this to end. Again, another train movie.
Family Business was pretty fun.
Yes.
I mean, not as fun as this, though, for sure.
Oh, yeah. Anything with, like, a heist is always going to be fun. Even The Rock was kind of fun, because it was, oh, man. It's super exciting because, and we'll talk about it later, like, this movie got me in the mood for another movie that we'll talk about when we go to our wheel spin.
Ooh.
But yeah.
Tell me now. What movie did it get you in the mood for?
Tell me now.
Tell me now.
Tell me now.
The Train.
The Train. I want to watch another train movie. No,
Sean Connery is the train.
Imagine like Thomas the Tank Engine with Sean Connery's face. The Untouchables.
Well, that is his first name.
Ooh.
Thomas Sean Connery.
But
the whole movie is like, help, I've been trapped. A witch cast a spell on me and now I'm a train.
I'm
my nose is so itchy. I have no arms and I must itch my nose.
But anyways, The Untouchables. That's the one I'm like in the mood to watch now.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's like, it's like De Niro as Al Capone and stuff. And
I know nothing about that film.
It's like I've seen like small clips and like didn't realize connecting the two that it was a Connery movie.
The only thing I know about that film is that Naked Gun 3 parodied the stairway scene.
Oh, I don't know about that.
The opening of Naked Gun 3, I think, or 2. One of the Naked Gun sequels opens with like a stairway scene.
Yeah,
and it's a parody of Untouchables.
Oh, really? Okay. So
that's the only thing I know.
Oh, in that case, I gotta look at that before we watch that movie. But okay, so shall we just get into it?
Let's do it, man. Let's talk about the First Great Train Robbery, also known in the United States as the Great Train Robbery. Mario, what's a better title?
Between those two, or
what's the better title?
Probably the First Great Train Robbery.
I think so as well.
I mean, it's the movie. The beginning sets up. We hear Connery's voice right in the beginning of this movie, and it just shows that, like, that's the last bit of information. Like, no one has tried. I'm paraphrasing, but no one has attempted to rob a train.
Yeah.
And that.
Everybody is like, preposterous.
Yeah, you can't rob a train. Like,
it's never been done before.
Which makes sense because, like, kind of skipping ahead, but like, looking at that train, none of those cars are connected. So of course no one's going to try to rob this train. How are they going to get there? There's locks in the doors and stuff, and obviously we find out there's a way to do it because I remember they were explaining.
We'll talk about it.
We'll get to it. We'll talk about it after. But yeah, so let's.
No, go ahead. I mean, you continue your thought. I just didn't want to spoil where the movie goes to.
Well, there's a scene where like Connery is getting on the train, and it's like it's about to be the heist, And I remember her explaining, it's like, it's like, oh, you're able to make it there. It's like, I know it's only 6 cars or something like that. It's only 6 cars or whatever. I should be able to make it no problem. It's about 100. It's about 50?
150 feet.
150 feet or something like that. Shouldn't be a problem. I'm thinking, yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. He's just going to go walk her up the aisles. And I'm like, oh, wait, none of these train cars are connected. Once you sit in your little seat, you're stuck there until the ride is over,
Yep.
It's not like Amtrak.
You got to shit out the window.
Yeah. It was literally like the train, speaking of Man Who Would Be King. It was kind of like you just kind of sat in it.
You had your compartment, and that's it.
That's all you had.
Yeah.
And
that door opened.
yeah, but he's just like, so when you see him, he has to find a way to that back car. He's in basically the front car for the most part, and then he has to get all the way to the back car, which we'll explain later.
He's in the second. There's 2 first-class cars. He's in the second one.
Yes, and he has to move up 4 or 5.
Five. He says they're 30 feet long each, and there's 5 of them that he has to get to. And when I was editing that little Mission Impossible sequence there, because I cleaned it up to kind of fit the music, when it zooms out, you can see that there's the end car is 5 cars away from the second first-class car, which is the 3rd car down or 4th car down or something. But it's you can see that they're 5 cars away from that.
Okay.
So he's sitting in the second first-class cart.
Excellent. But yeah, so it's zany, man. It's crazy, but we'll get into it. Should we do the trailer voice? You have a
trailer voice.
You have a synopsis.
It's the great trailer voice, Charlie Brown. Should I do the trailer voice in Connery's voice? Because that's how the film opens.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be fun.
England, 1850s. A master criminal aims to rob a train of a large sum of gold. Security is incredibly tight, and the task seems an impossible. However, he has a plan and just the right people to carry it out.
I like that.
Coming this December. It's
February. It came out February 2nd, I believe.
on the Wikipedia it says the 14th of December, 1978.
Really? On here it says February 9th. Oh wait, was that
U.S. or
it says U.S. was February 2nd.
Okay, so England got it first. So
This December, Sean Connery, Donald Sutherland, Lesley-Anne Down, in Michael Crichton's The First Great Train Robbery.
Yeah.
yeah.
Man, where do we begin?
So this was written and directed by Michael Crichton, who has provided us many a wonderful work. Before his passing, he wrote such great things as First Great Train Robbery, Rising Sun.
Ooh.
Who directed the film Rising Sun? Philip Kaufman directed Rising Sun, but it was written by Crichton. Jurassic Park, The Lost World. He directed Coma, First Great Train Robbery, Looker, and Runaway. And he also wrote and directed Westworld, which is the first film that uses 2D CGI.
Ooh.
Yes. Anyway. All right. Where should we start?
I guess
Get into the plot?
Yeah, let's read that first paragraph or so of the plot there.
Okay. In 1855, Edward Pierce, seemingly a charismatic member of London's high society, is secretly a master thief. He plans to steal a monthly shipment of gold from the London to Folkestone train, which is meant as payment for British troops fighting in the Crimean War. The gold is heavily guarded in 2 heavy safes in the baggage car, each of which has 2 locks, requiring a total of 4 keys. Pierce recruits Robert Agar, a pickpocket and screwsman, played by Donald Sutherland. Pierce's mistress, Miriam, Lesley-Anne Down, and his chauffeur, Barlow, George Downing, join the plot, and a train guard, Burgess, is bribed into participation. The executives of the bank who arranged the gold transport, the manager, Mr. Henry Fowler, and the president, Mr. Edgar Trent, each possess a key. The other two are locked in a cabinet at the offices of the South Eastern Railway at the London Bridge Railway Station. In order to hide the robbers' intentions, wax impressions are to be made of each of the keys. Yeah, you know what? Let's take it from there, I guess. That covers a lot.
Oh man.
Shall we get into our notes?
Yeah, let's get into it. What do you have so far? We definitely have Connery is the first thing we hear.
Exactly, the very first lines. And I'll punch in his first lines here.
In the year 1855, England and France were at war with Russia in the Crimea. The English troops were paid in gold.
I put down, just to be cheeky, I think I might be right. 420 is the first Connery sighting?
I put 418, but we'll go with 420 because...
Why not?
And I still got to fire up this joint.
Let's see. So that whole intro section is great. I love the kind of sepia tone filter they have on everything, and when it comes back into color is the coolest shit ever, man.
And then it does the reverse at the end.
Yeah, it's so super cool. Loved it. Got super excited. And I think I'll say it now. This is probably so far. He looks great in Bond, but it's probably the best costumed Connery. Just
we'll get into the sexy rating later.
Yeah,
I do declare.
I'm just saying, just his outfits in this movie are so cool,
so good.
Just the crazy top hats. I think my wife Alicia made the comment that one time that point is everyone's walking down the street. And she's like, this looks like a Willy Wonka convention. Like, just everyone's in these giant top... And, like, they just had the new Timothy Chalamet Wonka trailer come out. And I just reacted to it on the friggin' Nerd channel. And it looks a lot like this movie. Just like 1850s giant top hats. Very, very insane. But super exciting. And... let's see, what else do I have there? And that's all I really have for that first section.
My first note is first lines, punch those in and whatnot. Gold! I love gold!
The look of it, the taste of it, the smell of it. We always make a gold member reference on this podcast. And very Goldfinger. This is the second time we see Connery with gold. Gold bars.
And it's also the second time, maybe not the second time, probably not the second time, that we've seen Connery with Jeffrey Unsworth. What other films has he done? Oh, shoot, he's in this film as an actor, Jeffrey Unsworth. All right, so he did First Great Train Robbery, Zardoz, and... Murder on the Orient Express.
Wow.
And A Bridge Too Far.
Whoa.
Any others that we've... No. Okay, so we've seen him 3 times before, and this will be our last, it looks like. This will be our last time hanging with the master that is Jeffrey Unsworth. Did you notice that they give him a special credit and it says, "Your friends miss you"?
Yeah. That was...
pretty heartbreaking.
That was touching.
In fact, hold on, I've got it right here. I'll share my screen with you. This film is dedicated to the memory of Jeffrey Unsworth. His friends miss him.
Ugh.
So, okay, the hill jump. The dude jumping from that train.
Scary.
I slowed it down, and you can see that he's jumping from beside the train. He's not actually jumping from the train itself, because that's fucking suicidal.
Yeah.
But so is the jump that he did. That was insane. That was, to go back to Jeffrey Unsworth work, that was as insane as the hill jump from Zardoz.
Yeah. Oh my
that all three
God.
of us remarked at. Yeah, that was an insane hill jump. And then we see him at 4:18 after the first robber has attempted to steal from the train, and his dead body is found by the clearly very wealthy already Connery. I like that he has bribed, the implication that he's bribing, like, inexpensive, like he's going to like homeless people and going like, I'll give you this money to rob the train, and because they're drug addicts or whatever, they're not thinking even about it, and they're like, yeah, totally, I can do it. So, and just he just sees that he's dead, and he's like, well, it didn't work that way, so it's
It was the ultimate Thanos. I'll do it myself.
yeah. But I'm sure he had to send out a few people
Oh yeah,
to do
I'm
that
sure.
first, to die, to gain the information that he has about the inside of the train.
Oh yeah. Just the. But yeah, man, I loved it. It is funny though that it's like they do advertise it. It's heavily guarded. I understand you need the keys. That I love that aspect of this movie. Like we have to get these fucking keys.
It sets everything up so clearly.
And, yeah, it's just like it's just so exciting. Like every time, it was almost like a video game where like every time they got a key, they would have that little overhead shot of the box, and they put one down. And I could hear like the Zelda music in the background. Yeah, it's like
and
when they got
like a little shine gleam on the key.
and when I got the last one, I was like,
down.
yeah, then the box closes. They got all four, and I cheered when I got the fourth. I'm like, yes, they got the achievement. They're done.
You can go face the Elite Four now.
yeah, you got all your gym badges. But yeah, I loved, and it's just and it's the way it was executed. Just them. I felt so bad. Miriam should have got all the gold. Let's be real. Miriam put in the most work with having to deal with Fowler so many times, and like because I was slick the first one when Fowler's up there in the room, and like Agar is behind the curtain, and they switch the keys. Cause I thought they was going to steal the keys. I'm like, oh no, they're going to wax them and make their own keys. I'm like, that's
very,
genius.
very smart.
I was like, yeah, you got to do that because they'll be suspicious. And kind of jumping ahead, but when they are together in the train car, and he's like starting to kind of recognize her, and I'm like, oh no, this is going to muck it all up. It's going to be over. But she kind of gets through, and it's finally it was just so.
How much
so
do you think
tense.
Dead Reckoning pulled from that scene?
Yeah, right. I wonder.
Right?
I wonder.
The scene where Haley Atwell is wearing the mask of the Vanessa Kirby.
Yeah.
And doing the negotiating.
Yeah, seriously.
Feels very much like that. He's like, have I met you before?
There's a lot Dead Reckoning takes from kind of pop culture stuff. Even like the train. If you haven't seen Dead Reckoning already, shame on you, audience listeners.
Oh, it's so good. So good.
But like when
Fallout's better, but we have yet to. But when part 2 of Dead Reckoning comes out, that'll be the determination.
Yeah. But when that train is. When the cars are slowly falling off the cliff,
so good,
and they're climbing up. That's from Uncharted 2. If you look up the trailer,
Really?
If you look up the Uncharted 2 trailer, and it was a mission in the game, that was the exact thing. He was grabbing on the seats and jumping and climbing up. Because I remember watching that, I was like, "Oh man, this reminds me of Uncharted." And like a lot of people,
somebody must have showed it to Tom Cruise, and he's like, "Ha ha ha! Ha, I'll do it.
I'll do it for real. Yeah, like I remember,
And how about I jump off a fucking cliff on a motorcycle to get there?"
like they did an Uncharted movie with Mark Wahlberg and Tom Holland, and
who's
I
in
was
this
like,
movie. We'll get to it.
Oh, okay. But Tom Cruise should have been in that movie because like that would have been great. It was just, like doing his own stunts. But yeah, man.
The only scene I've seen from that film is the one where Tom Holland is a bartender, which is because he looks so damn young. It looks like a child is bartending. He's like, I know everything about a Manhattan or whatever, but that would work better if it was Tom Cruise.
Yeah, right. Tom Cruise cocktail. Let's go.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise should have been. Let's make a petition for Tom Cruise to be Nathan Drake in another Uncharted movie.
I don't really want to petition for Tom Cruise to do anything besides just finish that Mission Impossible movie. I feel like petitioning for anything Scientology related might be a dangerous field.
I mean, I just want to see a good movie.
Oh, me too. And I feel like he puts out good movies.
Yeah, I think he's arguably one of the best action heroes of our time.
I agree.
I think he's got to be up there for sure. But
I
speaking
haven't
of,
watched The Mummy, but
which one? The newer one?
yeah.
Yeah, I heard it wasn't good. I haven't seen it either, but I heard.
I did watch a scene because I wanted to see Kurt Russell as Mr. Hyde. And I watched a scene, and there's a fight scene where he transforms into Mr. Hyde, and it's actually a decent take on it.
Well, I think it's because
he goes from like fine British gentleman to like Cockney fucking playboy. But in that scene, the female lead, who I can't remember what her name is, she hits a henchman with a book, and it turns out to be the Book of the Dead from the Brendan Fraser Mummy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because unfortunately, I guess that movie didn't do well enough because they canceled all the MonsterVerse movies.
Oh yeah, I heard it was a really bad movie.
Yeah, so like, I might see it eventually. If it's free somewhere, I'll go check it out. Just to
The library.
go to the library. Even a library, that seems like too much effort for me to to watch that movie. We'll see. But anyway, let's talk about an action hero of the olden days, man. Let's get back to this Connery movie.
Mr. Sean Connery.
Mr.
Okay,
Sean
I'll keep
Connery.
going through my notes.
The little note I had about is like, so that I like that beginning scene of him with all the key masters, if you will, in that like nice little lounge area. You notice when he was grabbing a cigar, he was like rolling it next to his ear. I'm not much of a cigar enthusiast, but like, is that a thing? It's like
You can hear the ocean.
he's like, yes, sounds like a cigar, yes. But he like twirls it in his ear and just okay, and he lights it up. I was like, that was a interesting observation. I was like, weird. And I sent you the pictures in a text earlier, but let's also talk about it on recording. Is it me, or does Connery look...
Or is it Maybelline?
Is it me, or does Connery look like Kevin Smith?
He does kind of have a Kevin Smith look, but hold on, I will pull up a screenshot I took. Let me find it, because I think he looks a little more like someone else later on in the movie. Hi, Ringo.
I can see it. I love this beard, man.
Me too.
This whole beard is really nice.
We're going to talk about Sean Connery's looks, Mario. We're going to save that till the end, I think.
Oh, all right.
There's a reason. Okay. The purse steal that introduces us to Donald Sutherland, Donald Sutherland as the fox from Pinocchio.
He doesn't look like the fox of Pinocchio. Oh, my God. Oh, what a great comparison. I wonder if there's any, like, correlation.
So the purse steal move is really, really good. And I had to rewind it to go back to see it. But if I had just waited a little bit, I wouldn't have needed to rewind it because for some reason they show it twice.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the exact same cut.
Exactly. I didn't need that. I mean, I guess I did because I needed to rewind it, but you know what? Actually, I guess I did need it. So, yeah.
Yeah, why not?
It works. It just was really interesting. It was an interesting edit, but also really fucking clever and really well executed.
And there's so many clever moves that these guys are like executing. It's insane.
Distract her with the trip, and then you just right out of her pocket.
Yeah.
So good. My next note is Mr. T. Edgar Trent. Mr. T. They keep calling him Mr. T.
Mr. T. I pity the fool.
I pity the fool who uses dogs to eat rats.
Yeah, dude, I was like getting a little nervous that scene. I'm like, this isn't a dog fight, is it? And then I'm like, okay, this dog just It was like a Mario Party mini game.
It's still okay. We'll get into that.
Yeah, it's still it's still a little messed up. But I was kind of like, I don't understand. We're gonna see how long how fast your dog can take down as many mice as he can.
Yeah, it's like take out 30 rats in 3 minutes or something. Yeah, well, let's just get into it now. So he needs to steal. Okay, there's Edgar Trent, who's the old man, and then Henry Fowler, who he keeps his key on him at all times, but Edgar Trent keeps his key in his house somewhere hidden. So Connery's got to find out where. And so he follows him to... They recon on him for a little while and find out that he takes one of his dogs to a fighting ring. And the match is that there's like 30 rats in a ring or something, and the dog has to kill them in 3 minutes. And that's what people are putting bets on.
It's so weird.
It's and the more fucked up thing is that they show it all. They show a real dog chasing and killing real rats.
Ugh.
It was kind of gross.
Yeah, it was a little like I was like, ugh. I barely want my dog to touch a leaf on the floor, for God's sakes. Like, forget about the rat. It was weird. But I was like, and I was like thinking, I'm like, I guess this is like pre-cockfight before they had like chickens. They're like, let's have rats and dogs. Like, let's do this game first.
Or maybe they've just exhausted the chickens of like they don't get entertainment from the chickens anymore.
Well,
so they move on to rats.
All the chickens are gone because that first scene we even talk about it. All the chickens falling out of the train in the beginning of the movie.
Oh, I need to rewatch this.
Yeah, there's like, because that room where the safe is, I guess where the safe is, where they're having the fight
scene.
Oh,
yes.
It's like a chicken coop, and all these chickens are like diving off the train and shit.
Yep.
Like, my God, man. That's why there's no
Close that door.
Those chickens were on the way to the ring for the cockfights, but they're like,
damn it, now we've got to make do with rats.
They didn't show up, so we have 30 rats, so we can work with them. Oh, man. Poor no chickens were harmed making this podcast though. Let's talk about a couple of Connery quotes. I have a couple of Connery quotes.
Fire them up.
Let's see. I think probably one of my favorite ones is "No respectable gentleman is that respectable."
I like that one.
I like that one. Many prominent erections.
I've just returned from America. A country of many prominent erections.
Oh boy, Mario. That is my favorite quote from the whole film.
Is it your favorite?
Yep.
Oh, so you gotta be shitting me, man. What?
Because that's my favorite quote from the whole film?
Yes.
I've got to be shitting you?
Yeah, you're shitting me.
No, I'm not. It's my favorite quote from the whole film.
Oh, well... I'm happy.
Unless you're about to drop a better one.
I did. What else did I have here? I'm trying to look at my quotes here.
Quotes in your notes.
I like when they're running out after when they're doing the police whistle to get everyone evacuated out of the house.
So good.
And it's like the police are down there. I could be ruined. And he's like, "Quite, keep running." You know. I love that. And another quote from, it's not Connery, but from Fowler, what the fuck's a 50-mile-an-hour club?
If you will permit me, I should be delighted to give you a token myself.
Oh, you're a bold gent.
I'm most serious, I assure you.
What, here on the train?
Why not? Have you not heard of the 50-mile-an-hour club? I'm told it's beneficial to the circulation.
I heard of the Mile High Club, but 50-mile-an-hour club. First of all,
that was the newest technology at the time. You want to fuck on the train going 50 miles an hour? Nothing went 50 miles an hour. Nothing did. That was the fastest thing in the world.
Yeah, all they had was horses. So I thought that was hilarious.
Horses didn't go that
The
fast.
50-mile. Also, you wouldn't want to fuck on top of a horse while it's trotting around. Imagine that one.
Oh my God, that's how you break your penis.
The 50-mile-an-hour club.
That was funny.
But yeah, those are my
I made that note as well.
those are my fun quotes in the movie.
My next note is Louis Alexander. Can you see my screen?
I can.
All right, we're going to zoom in on Louis Alexander here. First of all, rest of the cast listed alphabetically. Look who's in this cast. Brooke Adams. It doesn't say who, but Brooke Adams is who we saw before in Cuba.
Oh.
So, I wonder where she is in that movie. It doesn't say on IMDb, so they could be lying.
We gotta find her.
However, I was trying to identify the bald man at the ratting game, and I still can't see him here. But I found this man at ratting, played by Louis Alexander, and when you click on his page, look what he's known for.
Wow, 2 Bond flicks. Well, 1.5.
He's in both Never Say Never Again and Octopussy.
He's a casino patron at Never Say Never Again, and Octopus. He's man at Udapir Hotel Bar.
He's on Utapau?
Udapai? I don't know.
Utapau with General Grievous. and he's in Time Bandits.
What?
Yeah.
So
We're gonna see him again.
He's just like, but look at his all of his characters. They're just like uncredited.
So he's just a day guy. He just works the days.
But look at the
he just
films
comes
he's
in for a
been
day
in.
and-
Wow, what a career!
Right? Rocky Horror, Revenge of the Pink Panther, Return of the Saint. It's not the size that counts.
Holy shit!
Spies,
though.
also with Donald Sutherland.
Sex thief.
Sex Thief, Frankenstein, the true story. Live and Let Die
What?
as a UN delegate. What?
Dude, this guy isn't so much.
Let's see if they have a picture of who he is. No picture.
Oh my God.
But yeah, he's in some movies, man. This guy is quite a working actor.
He was in Monty Python's Flying Circus.
Yeah.
Magic
Christian.
Honor Majesty's
He's
Secret.
on it. Wow, as a casino patron.
What? That's
On Honor Majesty's Secret Service.
that's 2 casino patrons in a Bond movie, I think.
Yeah.
The Saint.
And I mean, he's at the bar, so if I guarantee it's the bar where they're playing backgammon, so casino
Probably.
patron there too. He just had a nice suit.
Casino Royale.
Casino Royale.
What?
The 67 one. Bus passenger. The spy with a cold nose.
Doctor Who. The Avengers. He was in the Avengers TV show.
Wow.
Let's see what else.
Those magnificent men in their flying machines, or How I Flew from London to Paris in 25 hours, 11 minutes.
I'm assuming he passed away, this guy?
2010. 1910 to 2010, he was 100.
Wow.
Wow.
What a life.
Wow, we're saying those at the same time. Let's go back through his filmography. The Prisoner. The Dirty Dozen. Oh, my Lord. Alfie.
I want a documentary about this man.
Yeah. A Hard Day's Night. Casino patron in A Hard Day's Night.
God damn it.
Casino or amused pedestrian in A Shot in the Dark. Oh, my Lord. Which is another Pink Panther film.
Oh my God! So that's
the second Pink Panther film. Actually, I think that's the best, my favorite at least.
Wow. That is fascinating. What a life!
Did you know trivia also worked as an electrician?
That's his only trivia.
And then trademarks, neatly trimmed mustache.
Okay, so that'll help us out. We'll be able to find him more now. If you're looking for that.
There's no pictures of him, but I feel like we had seen the ratting assistant, but I don't think it's this guy from Hellraiser here, Oliver Smith. And it doesn't show any pictures of him, but I swear that Captain Jimmy? Oh, I think it's this guy. Yes, this is the guy that is running the ratting hall.
Yeah. The guy on the left, right?
Yes, the bald one.
What's he from?
I'm trying to see. IMDb is a slow loader. Alien 3 and American Werewolf in London.
Okay.
But yeah, I feel like I've seen him in more as well. Doctor Who again. American Werewolf in London. First Great Train Robbery. Return of the Saint as well. A lot of day players here. Full House.
Mr. Spew?
Nope, different Full House.
Oh.
1972's Full House. Anyway, I knew I'd seen that guy before. I just couldn't tell where. Brian Glover also passed away. Anyway.
See, listeners, where else are you going to get this kind of information on the internet? Come on now.
Also, it's called ratting.
Ratting.
Yeah, I don't like it.
So what do you feel like doing tonight? There's a ratting downtown we go check out. I hear it's pretty good. Speaking of I did have a note, sorry, about...
No, go ahead, go right ahead.
Speaking of going to something, there's a little bit of a dueling pianos situation.
That was literally my next note, Mario.
Oh, really?
That was literally my next note.
Let's go. Let's talk about the dueling pianos.
Dueling pianos, heart. Also, as a callback to Finding Forrester... it's instead of dueling keyboards, it's dueling pianos. Dueling typewriters, excuse me. And again, I'm going to make the same joke. The game is domination.
And another film that we can connect to is while this dueling pianos thing is happening, is the second time Connery has to sneak by a doorway because we go back to family business. It's like the same situation where, well, actually, it's Dustin Hoffman on the ground checking up the security, and then he's going back to go grab the rest of the guys.
Same thing, though.
But it just reminds me, when they were really quickly trying to run by the door, and it reminded me of Family Business. I was like, holy shit. But yeah, just so funny. And the swinging door shtick of it just, and then the girl stopped to play piano. And I'm like, oh shit, they're gonna find him. It's like, oh, it's just the wind. Keep playing, and they're just shredding. They just keep going, man. It's like,
well, if you go back to the game is domination, every time she stops,
yeah, you can't stop.
Speaking of that scene where they're in the basement, has some of the weirdest ADR.
Yeah, dude. I was thinking that too. When the butler goes downstairs, it sounds like he's right next to them.
Who's doing? So, one of them is pretending to be another butler or servant, right? Yeah, I'm just down here checking the wine. I replayed that scene maybe 5 times. You can't tell who's doing the voice. 1, it's super dark, but 2, neither of their mouths are moving.
I think it was supposed to be where the light was.
It was supposed to be Sutherland.
Yeah, oh, was it?
Yeah, because when the scene's over, Sutherland says something to the effect of I feel bad for having to do that. He's a thief, but he doesn't like lying.
Oh, because I thought it was the butler going downstairs, and when he gets down there, then you hear someone upstairs find my good pipe or whatever.
But maybe it was.
That's what I thought it was. That's what I thought they were going for. But I was just confused because I'm it should sound like he's further down the hallway, and the other guy's voice sounds fine. It sounds like it's upstairs. I'm like, okay, fine, I believe that.
Okay,
but yeah,
maybe it is that. That's probably the case.
But
it's probably another butler.
But it was very jarring.
Because he said there was 2.
Yeah, but it was very jarring to be kind of I was like, yeah, where is that voice coming from? It does sound really. I mean, ADR was a little weird too. Even Sutherland's
the knuckle cracks.
Oh,
that was another note of mine. His knuckle cracks. All he does is move his hands like this, like I'm doing right now, and you hear.
I mean, mine does that on this side. Maybe
no, it's Zoom.
You'll probably hear it in post.
Yeah.
Hold on. You'll hear it later, I'm sure. But yeah, but going back to that scene too, even Sutherland's ADR sounds a little weird too. Definitely could tell it was probably dubbed because just the way he was talking, it just the way his mouth is moving doesn't look right.
Yeah.
But he's
also doing an accent too because he's American.
Yeah, but he's really funny, man. Like I loved.
Oh yeah.
This is one you want to keep the subtitles on.
Oh, he's
for.
Canadian. Excuse me.
Yeah, he's Canadian. But yeah, just hearing. He always has. I wish I could remember the lines. I should have wrote them down. But like he's a funny guy, man. Just the way he said things was so like almost backwards. I thought he was a very fascinating character.
I very much enjoyed him. I guess let's keep going with the. Let's keep going with the wiki.
Yeah, bang out as much as you can so we can talk more about this phenomenal film.
Pierce ingratiates himself with Trent by feigning a shared interest in ratting. He also begins courting Trent's spinster daughter, Elizabeth Gabrielle Lloyd, and learns from her the location of her father's key. Pierce and Agar successfully break into Trent's home at night, manage to locate the hidden key, and make a wax impression before making a clean getaway despite a close call with the butler. So that's what we just discussed. Pierce targets Fowler through his weakness for prostitutes. All right, I'm just going to cover my next note real quick, and then I'll continue. My next note, perv. Miriam reluctantly poses as Madame Lucienne, a high-class courtesan, and in an exclusive bordello. Miriam meets with Fowler and asks him to undress, forcing him to remove the key worn around his neck. While Fowler is distracted by Miriam, Agar makes an impression of his key. Pierce then stages a phony police raid to rescue Miriam, forcing Fowler to flee and avoid a scandal. All right, want to talk about that?
Yeah, what do you got for notes there?
Perv was my first one.
Perv.
And then I made a note of in it. Who keeps saying in it?
Oh,
is it Connery?
Yeah, Connery says it a few times. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we see. Is it at like a party or something? I forget where, but we see the little prince from Temple of Doom.
Oh my God, that's right.
And then immediately after that note, okay, so Henry Fowler goes in to the bordello with Miriam, and she asks him his name, and he says his name is Mr.
I don't remember.
Jones.
Does he say that?
Yes, because he's trying to, not. He's trying to avoid scandal, so he gives a fake name.
Oh, true.
But that means that his name would be Henry Jones.
Henry Jones. Ooh.
Do you think this might be the corrupt great-grandfather of Henry Jones Jr. or Sr.?
Ooh, maybe.
Yeah, after the shame, he had to go into hiding and just change his name to Jones. When I really liked the... Okay, we'll just get into it here. Okay, the keys at the train station prove a much harder challenge. After a daytime diversionary tactic with a child pickpocket fails because Agar cannot wax them in the time available, Pierce decides to crack the crib at night. All right, my next note, he's too ugly to be my son.
So good.
There. He's your son.
I don't have no son.
Louisa says he's your son.
Oh, Louisa. She wouldn't know, would she? Is that him? He's not my son. He's too ugly to be my son.
I love that, like, training sequence of, like, we need to get it under 75 seconds. You haven't beaten the record. And, like, it reminded me of, like, Italian Job or something where they're perfectly, like, like practicing how they're going to maneuver like the cars, Italian Job and stuff like that. But him is trying to get that done. He's he's like, oh, let's take a break. You look tired. He's like, no, I can do it. And he does it the last time. You gotta applaud him. I'm like, holy shit, man, he fucking did
That
it.
time does not exist. That time is completely stretchable and bendable.
Oh yeah. But how
in this movie?
But when it happens, because that stressed me out when the actual action happens and you hear them counting and they're still counting. The second they hit 75, they jump on the train and then the guy comes out. I'm like, wow, just like
It's good.
So tense, man. Because I was like, I'm like, he's gonna fuck up. Like I start thinking again about family business. I'm like, he's gonna fuck up something, and he's gonna like forget to close the cabinet, or he's gonna like leave the door open, or something.
When the door swings open there. After Willie drops in from the ceiling, Clean Willie.
Clean Willie. Yeah, I was like, holy shit, man. But, like, they executed it and went off without a hitch, man. It was perfect.
What was the... do you remember in the scene in Family Business in the hardware store?
Yeah.
They're talking about one of their accomplices. Do you remember his name? The one that got the cuts all over him?
Oh, I forgot what it was. Was it like Junior or something?
Pee Wee Grogan.
Pee Wee, that's what it was.
Pee Wee Grogan. Okay, so I want to see the movie, the team up movie of Pee Wee Grogan and Clean Willie.
Ooh, there we go.
The accomplices that help Sean Connery with his heists.
Hell yeah. They're all the same character.
And you know what? He's too ugly to be my son. That was Dustin Hoffman.
Ooh, there we go. Well, Connery doesn't say that. Agar.
Sutherland does?
Yeah, Sutherland says that.
Yeah.
He used to.
Okay, my bad. I'm sorry.
But it could have worked out that way. In our minds, that's what happened.
Maybe it was Connery's son.
Ooh.
And he just uses them to. Anyway, so you mentioned how you like that scene where Sutherland is practicing his steps. You said you haven't finished Better Call Saul?
Have not, no.
Okay. There's a scene in like the third or fourth to last episode of Better Call Saul that is directly paying tribute to this scene, I'm sure. But maybe, or at least draws influence from it, excuse me. I'm sure it draws influence from it because a lot of Better Call Saul is drawing influence from a lot of classic cinema. They're planning a heist of a mall shop, and out in a field they set up stakes and like tape, like police tape or whatever, and they create the layout of the mall shop so the guy can run through it in 3 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really good. You could actually take the last, 4 or 5 episodes of Better Call Saul. I think it's the last 4. Hi, Lee.
Dylan says hi, Alicia.
You could take the last 4 or 5 episodes of Better Call Saul and just watch them on their own. Because they kind of work as an individual story.
Huh, okay.
Yeah. But I would recommend watching all of Better Call Saul because holy shit.
Yeah, I've been dying.
That is such a good show.
I gotta get
and
in
also, my next note would be is it literally about Better Call Saul? They would make the train heist sequence. Not the train heist. The getting the keys while the guard is on his 75-second piss break. That would be a montage. That's how Better Call Saul would do that.
Mm.
Yeah. So. Anyway, and it would be like a perfectly cut montage to be those 75 seconds.
Oh yeah.
So, because that scene is like 5 minutes long. What else do we have? I guess we'll just continue. You have any other notes for this section?
I don't.
Okay. The whole operation is a matter of timing because the officer guarding the railway office at night leaves his post only once for 75 seconds to go to the toilet. Pierce plans to use Snakesman, Cat Burglar, Clean Willie to climb the station's wall, climb down into the station, enter the office via the small skylight in the office ceiling, and open the office door and the key cabinet from within. Because Clean Willie is incarcerated at Newgate Prison, Pierce and Agar first have to arrange for him to break out using a public execution as a distraction. With Willie's help, the criminals succeed in making wax impressions of the keys without any detection. Let's talk about Clean Willie's escape, huh? How he climbs up a wall. He climbs all the way up the wall. He climbs 95% of the way up the wall. And if he climbs the last 5%, he's good. But instead, he decides to turn to the left and climb the wall with the awesome rotating spikes. Really cool design. Really, really cool design.
Yeah, but I was like, he's going
Ingenious.
to impale himself.
Yes.
So when he gets over and you see him stand up, I'm like, holy shit, how?
I thought he was going to roll up onto the top and just impale himself.
Yeah.
But more curious a question, why did he not just continue all the way up the wall that he was climbing? Because then he would have been free. That wall was higher than those spikes.
He's a madman.
It didn't make any sense. Okay, Clean Willie is subsequently arrested after being caught pickpocketing and informs on Pierce. The police use Willie to lure Pierce into a trap, but the master cracksman easily eludes capture. Clean Willie escapes from his captors, but is murdered by Barlow on Pierce's orders. The authorities, now aware that a robbery is imminent, increase security by having the baggage car padlocked from the outside until the train arrives at its destination, and forbidding anyone but the guard to travel in the baggage van. Any container large enough to hold a man must be opened and inspected before it is loaded onto the train. Any notes? Take a drink of water.
Take a drink of water. Let's see. So yeah, I did like that wide shot. You could tell it's definitely two spliced scenes of the hanging happening on the ground and like the rooftop scene. So I was kind of like, all right, for the time, it looked pretty clean. I thought that worked out.
Also, how everyone cheers when the lady is hung, and then the really terrifying dummy that they lift up.
Yeah,
that is like a really good human dummy. Like you could tell it wasn't a real human, but it was like creepily accurate.
Yeah, man. There's a couple of little makeup things that happen here and dummy things. Well, I guess we'll talk about a little later, but like the actual heist of the dead body shtick.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. What a reveal that was. That should win best makeup right there. That was just like...
Yep. And it did. It won best makeup that year at the Oscars.
Oh, my God. But yeah.
Yeah, that was amazing. Continue.
But yeah, that's all I really have there. I was just kind of like, yeah, I get so stressed out, and that whole roof sequence. I'm like, he's gonna fall, he's gonna die, something's gonna happen. But he makes it that little shitty window. Which, what is the point of that window? Like it.
I don't know. You've seen I've seen windows in weirder places, man.
Like it's like we need like that's the only window you have there to get up to that roof. Like it's just so weird, a weirdly placed window, but it worked. It worked, I guess. It did its job.
Both weirdly placed windows that Willie dropped into.
Yeah, right.
That's what he does. He drops into windows.
Weird windows. Has to be a weird window.
Weird windows. Do you notice his prisoner number is B101?
Oh, no. Shout out to B101.
I really love at the hanging, there's a dude selling mini gallows. Yeah. Like little mini hangman posts with a little person hanging from it, and he's just like swinging it proudly, and he's got like a box with like 30 of them in it.
It reminded me of like the first Shrek movie. You know, when it had like the little action figures and stuff, and it had like, you know, like popcorn and stuff. I think the events and whatever. It was just such a goofy little like goofy little detail.
I don't give a damn about your bad reputation. What? Oh, sorry. I hate that song. And then when Clean Willie is climbing the wall, I want the Sam Raimi Spider-Man theme to kick in. And then Clean Willie looks down, all wide-eyed.
Woo!
And you see him jump out of the prison.
Which is hilarious because I had a Spider-Man connection. I texted to you when Connery's looking up at the skylight. I said,
Yes.
I want Spider-Man. He's back. And the Daily Bugle shows up.
Spider-Man was a hero. Didn't know what we had till he was gone.
You know, there's a hero in all of us. You're not Superman, you know.
Then I have a note.
Henry Jones and I agree. We don't see his picture in the paper anymore. That's your Henry connection. There you go.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, I have a note that this is like Ocean's 11 in 1855, so it's Ocean's 1.
Ocean's 1.
Because it's what it is.
It's such a, like, I'm shocked. Has this ever been, like, remade at all?
No, but it shouldn't be, though.
But like,
I don't want it to be remade.
Yeah, I think it's...
All right, let's cast it for now. Modern day cast this.
Let's see.
Because I can do the first one right away. Lesley-Anne Down, Lesley-Anne Down, Margot Robbie.
Ooh.
She looks exactly like Margot Robbie, or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Margot Robbie looks very much like she does in this movie.
Okay.
See what I'm talking about, though?
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, she looks great, right? Like now, too.
Incredible. She is so stunning, but also like so funny in this movie.
Yeah, she sells the shit out of it, man. She's really good.
Actress and singer. I'd love to hear her sing.
I think for my cast, I think I would want like, I don't know, what's it?
Kevin Smith.
Yeah, it has to be Kevin Smith. At this point, I feel like I bring up his name too much lately, but I really like Henry Cavill in like almost everything. So maybe Henry Cavill as like the Pierce and Agar.
I feel like it might be too much like his Man from U.N.C.L.E. role.
Maybe.
Did you see that movie?
I haven't seen it. No.
Very good. Very good.
Maybe like
that is Henry Cavill as James Bond.
Oh, I gotta see that.
Yeah.
There's also that new one, Argyle. Have you seen a trailer for that yet?
I have not.
That's by the guy.
Guy Pearce or Guy Fieri.
Guy Fieri, the one who did Kingsman.
Guy Ritchie.
So that.
Wait, no. Oh no. Kingsman was Matt. Right. Hold on.
I should notice because this is a reaction. Matthew Vaughn.
There we go.
So yeah, that people are saying that's like Cavill is Bond as well. But yeah, so I think I'd maybe do Cavill. Actually, maybe someone else could pair off with him. Agar, maybe Robert Downey Jr.
No, but Tom Hiddleston
as Agar.
Yep.
How about Tom Hiddleston and Robert Downey Jr. together?
No.
No?
No, he wouldn't do that kind of action. I feel like it would have to be Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise. No, that'd be too on the nose because you put him on the train. That's all over.
Maybe Ewan McGregor.
Ooh.
Yeah. Ewan McGregor in the Connery role.
Oh, in the Connery role.
Yep. And Hiddleston in the Sutherland role, and Margot Robbie in the Lesley-Anne Down role.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I can see that.
Can I take a Connor P break?
Let's say a Connor P. We'll be right back.
And we're back. So yeah, the stopwatch section of the key heist is not right. I did that already. Okay, 60s Spider-Man theme. I guess you could do that when Willie is crawling the building. The train station. When he's crawling the train station, you get the 60s Spider-Man theme. Okay, so when the guard is getting ready to take his pee, he chats with the other guard, and their conversation is essentially just the 1850s version of, "Hey, you catch the game last night?"
How about them rats?
Well, they were talking about a boxing match, I think.
Oh, that's right.
So, and then we have a scene in the GoldenEye Cemetery. It's getting chilly. I'm gonna close the window. But I like that scene where he threatens the basically he gets the police, not the police, the train guard to he bribes him. And then he's like, "Who are you?" And he turns around and he's gone. "I'm Batman."
Now what's the quote in Batman Begins? He says something like,
Or "Are you John Sims?" I'm sorry. "Are you John Sims?" Turn around. "I'm Batman."
"I'm Batman."
The quote from Batman Begins, you said?
Yeah, what's the one that he says to Rachel, and that's what triggers Rachel? Like, "Oh, that's Bruce." He's like,
"Oh,
It's not who I am underneath, but what I do that defines me."
"Brad? No, Bruce."
So that's what that feels like.
His voice wasn't that bad in the first
No,
one.
it starts off okay, and then it gets
I
worse.
just remember, quick side note, I just remember we were still in college when Rises came out.
Yes.
And I remember...
Same year as Avengers, 2012.
Yeah, and I remember us talking about the movie in the hallway at school, and I think I remember me and you just yelling, "Where's the trigger? Where's the trigger?" Like, "Where's the bomb?" And like teachers are coming out of their classrooms like, "What the fuck are these kids doing?" Like,
we should anytime there's like some meeting that you're at and it's like, "Now we want to avoid using any words or phrases that trigger anybody." "Where's the trigger?"
"Where's the trigger? Where's the trigger?" I was like, "Oh, Jesus Christ." It's like, "No, we're just quoting a new Batman movie. I'm sorry."
You're testing out a new paintball gun.
Where's the trigger?
I bought a new PS5 controller.
Where's the trigger?
"Where's the trigger?
On the top.
Where's the top?
Where's the L2? Where's the start button?" It's not called the start button anymore. It's like options or something.
Where's R2? Where's 3PO?
Zipper fireworks. Does the fireworks sound like zippers?
Yeah.
Zoop, zoop, zip, zoop, zip.
I want like get like a shot of like TIE fighters like shooting off beans, but that's what they sound like.
But they're shooting off beans.
Beans.
Like actual like beans.
Beans.
Yeah, just like, beans and gravy. And they don't shoot out so much as they just kind of piddle out.
Gravy. That reminds me of another stupid side story.
Do tell.
Me and my friend, me and Kyle, who we do another podcast with, Wrestling is Real. Check it out. We're talking about like a wrestler. One of her gimmicks is like when the opponent is down, she spray paints them with like green paint. And Kyle, being the genius he is, he's like, "That's so stupid. Like spray paint. Why couldn't it be like gravy or something?"
You've said this one before.
I think I tell you this.
Oh my god, yes, you
Oh
have.
my god.
Oh my god.
And it's just
and the concept of her just pouring gravy
Like-
on a defeated enemy.
like hot gravy.
Drink it, bitch.
Just pouring it all over. Like, why do you eat?
Ah!
She has a ladle of gravy with her everywhere she goes. That's like her thing.
No, a full gravy boat.
The
Like,
boat, that's what
the
it is.
full, yeah, the full thing. Where's the trigger?
Where's the trigger? Joker's
Pours
gargling.
it down his ass crack.
Drowning in gravy.
Ah, my eyes! So that scene with the zipper fireworks is the same scene where we get Tom Holland as Clean Willy.
Ooh.
Do you notice that? I'm gonna pull up a.
You have a screenshot?
Let me see if I have a screenshot. I don't think I do, but I'll pull it up in the video itself.
Have you seen Loki yet?
I've seen the first season.
Ooh, yes. The second one just started, and now I'm thinking about it. Yeah, he could do it because the last episode he kind of is in a 70s situation, and he looks great. He wears a George Lazenby type tuxedo. It's great.
Doesn't that look like Tom Holland there?
Tom Holland or Hiddleston?
Holland,
I could see it.
like a young Tom Holland.
Yeah.
As Clean Willy. That's who would be Clean Willy in the remake of this. Would be Tom Holland.
Tom Holland. Okay. I'm into it.
Like, look at his face.
Oh, the screen went white for me.
Oh. Okay. Well.
Oh, there it is. I see it.
Yeah, doesn't his face look like Tom Holland?
Yeah, a little bit.
That's who would play him in the remake. Okay. Druggies sleeping on ropes during the chase where
I just thought the guy was dead.
there's a bunch of them. Where is my other? There it is. Okay. I got a screenshot of it, I think. Did I not?
Why is there a screenshot of me? My face like that. Whoa.
Maybe I didn't get a screenshot of it. I guess I didn't. But there's like druggies just hanging on ropes. Like being supported by ropes as like they are like they're so drugged out, like there's not beds. Like it saves more space to have them just leaning on ropes that are like supported by the walls.
That's genius. I'm like, you're saving so much room with this. I'm gonna put ropes in my office now and just sleep on a rope.
Oh, well, here's the screenshot that I was trying to show you. It's not of the druggies themselves, but woman on strand and urchin on strand. Jenny Till and Craig Stokes. So I'm guessing those were said druggies on ropes. Urchin on strand. That's my band name, Urchin on Strand.
Urchin on Strand. That's a good name.
The cinematography in the Clean Willy chase is fantastic. Like, it's whipping around. It's really whipping around Nocturne Alley.
Yeah, Alicia made it. Said that even like it looks like a little bit like Diagon Alley.
It looks like Nocturne Alley.
A little Nocturne Alley too. Yeah.
Like it looks because it's like dirty and depraved. Kind of, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also once Clean Willy is strangled there, we cut to commercial.
Dude, that dude's right outside the window.
That was good.
And
that
like,
bouncing ball was tense.
Man, and just like people was walking around like this guy just like, and he's let's go. And he walks away. It's like,
but it's Nocturne Alley.
Hey man, everything shady goes.
People, a lot of shady shit goes on.
Death
there.
Eaters, man, always doing wacky shit.
Balls bounce downstairs by themselves. That was really fucking tense, I gotta admit.
Yeah.
And then Willie dies, and it fades to black. All right, the refreshing taste of new Bud Light Lime, or whatever the fuck, and like instantly cuts to commercial. That's where it would put. We've seemed to have a lot of films that cut to commercial. Family Business did it a couple of times, right?
Yeah, so I wonder if there's like a
maybe the airing of films on TV was becoming more prominent.
Yeah,
and so they were like, maybe we should be conscious about where ad breaks might go.
Yeah, they're like, well, let's make it for them or something. Yeah, like.
Okay. Let's just wipe out the rest of the wiki unless you have any other notes on that.
No, I got nothing.
Okay. Got the last two paragraphs. Pierce smuggles Agar into the baggage cart disguised as a corpse in a coffin. Well, I'm going to throw this in here because they also put a dead cat under his head for the smell. Okay, Pierce plans to reach the car across the coach roofs while the train is underway, but he and Miriam encounter Fowler, who is riding the train to Folkestone to accompany the shipment. After arranging for Miriam to travel in the same compartment as Fowler to divert his attention... Oh, poor woman. Pierce travels down the roof on the train and unlocks the baggage van's door from the outside in a scene straight out of Mission Impossible. He and Agar replace the gold with lead bars and toss the bags of gold off the train at a prearranged point. However, soot from the engine smoke has stained Pierce's skin and clothes, and he is forced to borrow Agar's suit, which is much too small for him. The jacket splits across the back when he disembarks at Folkestone.
I thought he farted.
I thought that at first as well. I thought his pants ripped. Yeah. The police quickly become suspicious and arrest him before he can rejoin his accomplices. Pierce is put on trial for the robbery. As he exits the courthouse, he receives the adulation of the crowds, who consider him a folk hero for his daring act. In the commotion, a disguised Miriam kisses him full on the mouth, in the process slipping a key into his hand. Slipping a key to his handcuffs from her mouth to his. Agar is also present, disguised as a police van driver. As Pierce is about to be put in the wagon, he frees himself, and he and Agar escape to the jubilation of the crowd and the chagrin of the police. The end.
The end.
I felt weird. Let me try that one again. As Pierce is about to be put into the wagon, he frees himself, and he and Agar escape to the jubilation of the crowd and the chagrin of the police. There we go. That was more satisfying. So yeah, that ending straight out of Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, and the slipping of the key is straight out of Austin Powers as well.
Oh, from Goldmember, right?
Was it? No.
Is it Mindy Sterling?
Is that Goldmember?
When Dr. Evil's in jail?
Yeah, it must be that. Yeah,
and she goes into jail, and they have the weirdest kissing scene ever.
Yeah, hey, evil women, diddle, all that shit. Yeah, it's the same movie, because I remember he gets a transfer to a different prison. He escapes twice.
And he does the Hard Knock
Life thing. Yeah. So good. Hilarious.
I guess I need to rewatch it again because it has some cringe memory for me.
It's not cringe at all, man. It's a good movie. Oh, okay. Let's watch it together. I want to watch it together with you.
Okay, I've got all three of them.
Let's go. But yeah, I love that like last sequence. Him just like with the handcuff unlocked and he's just like taking off into the sunset. What a fun ending! That's like
very fun ending.
Oh man, love it.
I did not know that was Miriam that kisses him with the key, but then I had to rewind it and see, and like, oh, it is.
And you're like, oh shit. So, rewinding a little bit here. So, how or why were the police suspicious?
Because of his ripped back.
So was that what like they were like?
It was pretty obvious, and they were already there looking for him anyway. They already had a suspicion that he would try it.
Huh.
So when you see someone with a ripped coat, well, why are they wearing a coat that's too small? It's probably him. Clean Willie gave us a lot of information anyway, so.
So, okay. That makes more sense, I guess. I was kind of like, really? But anyways.
My last notes are the 50 miles per hour club. Mission Impossible, because holy fuck stunts. Holy fuck stunts. Connery's stunts on the train are...
Like, that's him on a train for some of those scenes.
Connery performed most of his own stunts in the film, including the extended sequence on top of the moving train. Connery was told that the train would travel at only 20 miles per hour during his time on top of the cars. However, the train crew used an inaccurate means of judging the train's speed. The train was actually doing speeds of 40 to 50. Connery wore soft rubber sole shoes, and the roofs of the carriages were covered with a sandy, gritty surface. Connery actually slipped and nearly fell off the train during one jump between two carriages and had difficulty keeping his eyes free of smoke and cinders from the locomotive.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That was... Is this his most action-y film?
Maybe this and 5 Days, One Summer. Like, in terms of his actual action, you know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because he hated 5 Days, One Summer. Because that whole...
And he's mountain climbing,
Yeah.
like hardcore.
Yeah, so... And Bond, he did some running and some, like, maybe some small jumps, but he had stunt doubles for that.
Yeah.
So I wonder if this is, like, one of his more action-y films, man. Like, that's intense, because on a moving train is scary, dude. And if you have that smoke hitting your face like you mentioned and all that, and he's... Wow, we're lucky to have had him for as long as we did. That could have been his fucking end.
Yeah.
If he didn't die, he would be seriously fucking fucked up. That's insane, dude. That whole sequence, man, just remarkable. Just the fact that he had to travel on the roof to get on there. And that whole thing when he's putting the rope down, I'm like, what's he doing there? And they're both holding on to it so he can get to the side to unlock the fucking door. Those guys are locked in there, man. And it's like, holy shit. He has to unlock that shit, get in, and slip on out. It was remarkable. I was like, how are they going to get the gold off there? He tossed the bags off. It was just like foolproof.
You mean he has to open this Winnie the Pooh lock?
Winnie the Pooh. Oh my God, that's like Winnie the Pooh.
And also, there you go. There's Sutherland. Beautiful makeup on Sutherland. So good.
It's like the Hatbox ghost from the Haunted Mansion. He looks just like that. Oh my God.
Hold on, I'll have to pull that up. I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know Haunted Mansion?
Hatbox ghost. Oh yes, okay, yes, he does look like that.
Or like any Scooby Doo,
especially with the tall hat.
Yeah, or like any Scooby Doo like ghoul or monster. It's just so good.
Of course, they have Jared Leto playing it. Jesus.
A new one. Yeah, he was Jared Leto.
What else do I have here for screenshots? Because I don't have any more notes besides Pirates of the Caribbean ending. So let me go through my screenshots here. Never, my darling. Never say never again.
Look at that. Oh man.
Top hat. Look at that top hat.
Only 4 people can pull off a top hat. It's Slash, Abraham Lincoln,
Sean Connery, and Harry and Lloyd.
Well, Harry and Lloyd too.
From Dumb and
I
Dumber.
was gonna say the Cat in the Hat.
So I'm gonna take. I took one of these screenshots because it's like perfect. Hold on. Stop share screen. There we go. There's Harry and Lloyd.
There it is. This is the scene where it's like this is like a frickin' Willy Wonka convention.
It's the fox from Pinocchio and Willy Wonka hanging out together.
Look up a picture of Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah, I saw it.
So it looks just like this, like the same.
Yeah.
Like it's 1800s, I'm sure. Yeah, like in that story. But yeah, it looks just insane how tall these hats are. It's just so funny to
and
look
the
at.
fact that they do when they're stealing the keys from the station, that the whole time Sutherland is wearing that tall top hat. Oh, I did have a note. Take off the hat. It's just gonna slow you down.
I think we gotta bring.
What if it blows off your head?
I think we should bring top.
Then you've
hats.
left a hat behind.
I think we should bring top hats back.
I think we should wear top hats at Sir Billy Fest.
There we go. And those suits. We're gonna wear suits like that and top hats.
I'm down.
'Cause I want to do like, I think we talked about it one time, like one Halloween. We should do like Connery characters.
Well, I mean, Halloween's a couple weeks away. Why don't we just do
Well,
it?
I'm gonna be away.
Oh, you'll be
unfortunately.
away. Yeah.
But like, yeah. So
Well, we can make Halloween whenever.
yeah, we'll do like a special cosplay
All right, well,
episode.
Let's pick 3 Connery costumes based on ones we've seen so far.
Oh, easy.
Go ahead.
Green Knight.
Yep.
Probably this character. Probably do a Pierce. And and the last one could be Henry Jones Sr.
Yeah, you would pull that one off.
I
really well.
want to do that one for years.
I agree with the Green Knight.
I feel like you could pull off Green Knight because you have the long hair already.
Yeah, that's true. I could make that one work. As I could Medicine Man.
Oh yeah, just to get your hair all white and shit. Oh, that'd be sick. It's probably the easiest one to do.
And Zardoz.
Ooh, Zardoz it's a good one. Zardoz is a great one to do.
But considering the climate of October, it's going to be cold.
Who cares, man? I was just a Teletubby one time. I was in my underwear under that thing.
Yeah, you were. Yeah, we have that
I
picture,
have a picture
of you and me.
of you the Teletubby. Yeah, you're fisting my po hole.
Oh my god! That is the grossest thing you ever saw.
I miss those Halloween parties, man. They don't do it anymore. Those are the best parties. So in the middle of Rehoboth, that's like acting a fool and fingering each other's po holes. Great times. Great times in that place.
Say that one more time. Sorry.
What'd I say?
I don't know.
Oh, I just said great times of those parties because it was in the middle of nowhere at the farmhouse. Just like, pitch black all around us. We're just making a fool of ourselves and fingering each other's po holes. It was great.
I definitely got her too high that night. I know that.
Oh, yeah, I feel like, shout out to her. We won't disclose her name.
Good
but
people.
Great people. But like, I just remember every year there was always like, she either got too drunk or too high or whatever, and like, we'd just destroy her house. And we'd be up all morning cleaning the house. So it was great. I miss those days.
Oh, boy. Well, that's why I leave parties pretty early.
You're like, I'm not cleaning this shit.
No, I'm out of here by 11. Peace.
Oh, no, I always needed a place to crash. So I'm like, I'll just sleep on this pile of potato chips. I'm fine.
I've never been too messed up to drive, so I'm always
that is just like
safe to leave a party.
Yeah, well, it's one of those things that's like I stay up so late when it's like, at 4 o'clock. I'm like, why am I going to go home now? You know what I mean? We'd go get some Egg McMuffins in the morning, Yes. But anyways, youth. Not to be young again.
Let's go get breakfast someday.
We should.
Yeah.
Any good breakfast spots?
Yeah, I do. Have you been to Tigger's? Have I taken you to Tigger's?
No, but I've heard of it. I've heard many good things.
Great breakfast. Great
We'll
breakfast.
have to do that one of these mornings.
Let's do it. You know what? Let's do it one of these mornings before you go. We'll get the, a couple of these episodes out of the way.
Ooh, yeah. Well, I'll look at my schedule.
Hell yeah. So yeah, that's all my notes. Let me go through the rest of the screenshots that I have here just to cover everything, because I took the screenshots as things that I, felt worthy of discussing.
Like this one.
Exactly.
And this one.
And
What
this
is
one.
this one, man? It looks like Karen Bates escorting Connery out of one of those Halloween parties.
No, his son is looking at his penis.
Oh, that's his son.
And his dead eyes.
He looks blind. Looks like Daredevil's
cataract
eyes.
felt. So yeah, Willy Wonka convention with Harry and Lloyd and the fox from Pinocchio.
It's wax. On the fly. Well, then I'm your man. I'm the bloody fastest screwsman you'll ever see.
So I heard.
Okay, this scene when he's walking Elizabeth down I do so love when flowers are in bloom. Ah, yes, but have you ever had the good fortune of... And he's humping the air. Oh, my God.
So funny.
So Connery's comedic timing in this movie is brilliant, especially right before this when... in this scene where he's flirting with the wife, country of many prominent erections, their flirting is brilliant. I'm going to put in some of the flirting right here.
I've just returned from America, a country of many prominent erections.
It is exciting to see things come together, so long as the quality does not suffer.
Tight-fitting joints. That's the secret.
It is so rare these days.
Depends on the skill of the workman, of course.
And he must have the proper tools.
But she gives him a cookie, and he doesn't eat it, and then she's like, won't you have some more tea? And then the back and forth as he's moving the teacup, gold.
Oh, so
gold. Look at that.
Whoa.
Do you ever tell the truth?
Where did you learn to ride?
Lady never asked a gentleman such a question.
I'm serious.
France. on an estate in France.
Not in America.
I've never been to America.
When were you in France?
Well, it's been some time now.
Do you ever tell anyone the truth?
The truth? The truth? No.
I suppose you expect me to dab it up with that fat repulsive? Yes, do a bunch of dabs with him. Get nice and stoned.
See, this is what I pictured Nicole saying when you asked if you wanted to say hi. Oh, I suppose you want me to dab it up with that fat, repulsive podcaster. Oh, I love you, Nicole.
I
Shout
can't
out.
do dabs.
I can't do dabs. Not again.
But I can. Yes, I can too. Give me a dab, Dylan. Fire up that torch and give me a sweet dab of that.
I do love him peeling the orange in this too.
Yes, he like me. He likes a good a good mandarin orange.
Yeah, it's peeled to perfection. And then I like when he offers it up, and he's like, "That's a great
says no.
comedic little thing too." Just him offering up the orange.
Yeah, because she's putting him on the spot and being like, "You're making me sleep with that asshole." He's like, "Well, he wants some more."
I'll give you an orange. Will that make it things better?
At least a piece of it.
At least these don't come cheap, you know.
Yes.
Can we talk about his hair for a minute? This is probably one of the
I really like that hairpiece.
most different hair pieces we've seen him have.
It's a really good one.
Yeah, I like it.
I like it. Do you like it?
Yeah, I think it's different. Like when he took the hat off for the first time, and I was like, didn't expect that under there.
You know how when you were a kid and you drew seagulls or birds in the distance, it would just be a little M.
Yeah,
That's what his hairpiece looks
that's
like.
what his hairline looks like. It's a McDonald's logo.
Yeah, much smaller, grayer McDonald's logo.
Beautiful.
Okay. when they're at the bordello, very gay here. Yes. Yeah. They're not Connery. Excuse me. That's Sutherland. I'll punch it in right here.
You go up the stairs, sir. And through the first door on your right, Madame Lesley-Anne will be with you presently.
Very gay here.
Yes.
He's all excited to have sex with this woman. He's very gay here.
It's very gay here.
I just love. Look at Sutherland. Look at Sutherland.
Probably one of my most favorite pairings next to him
Kane.
and Kane, dude. Like,
Yeah, I agree.
How much fun would have been if it was Kane, you know? But I think he makes this character better. I don't think Kane could have delivered the way it was intended.
I kind of think Kane would have done a little bit better than Sutherland.
A little bit, but I feel like
Just a little bit.
Sutherland brings something different to the character. I think I feel like Kane would take it differently,
More seriously.
Which speaking of Kane, I guess we should talk about it real quick. This is the day we're recording this. Kane officially announced he's retiring from acting.
Really?
Yeah, I made a post on Instagram today on the Connery Curious post. I told people to go to celebrate with the career of the man by listening to our very first episode was Man Who Would Be King. So yeah.
Well, look at this. Of course Michael Caine is retiring. Jerry and Elaine.
why are Jerry and Elaine there? But yeah,
Was he on Seinfeld?
maybe an episode. I don't know.
Where does that picture even come? Oh, there. That's where that picture came from. Julia Louis-Dreyfus responds to Jerry Seinfeld teasing potential Seinfeld reunion. I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
Jesus. But yeah, man.
He does look like my great granddad.
He's
so
90, man. 90.
You don't
years
have
old.
leading men at 90. But when the hell was Michael Caine a leading man last? 30 years ago?
I mean, what?
Let's look it up. When was Michael Caine?
He was in a few. Wasn't he in that Red movie?
I don't know.
I forget what it was. And I mean, he was fantastic in the Dark Knight movies.
Oh yeah, his last role was The Great Escaper this year. His last lead role. I don't know, maybe like Kingsman?
Was really
Yeah, he hasn't had a lead role in a long time, but he's never been. He hasn't been a lead actor in years. Like Goldmember, maybe Secondhand Lions. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably mostly like, like Dark Knight. He's huge in. Now You See Me. I remember him in that.
Flawless.
Inception.
Sleuth. Henry Brown. Yeah, so he's been a lead in a good amount of movies.
Cars 2, he was a lead.
Really?
Yeah, he was a little Aston Martin. It was just funny.
Oh, and Romeo and Juliet, of course.
Yeah, I love his character. Cars 2 should have been Cars 2, but it is fun. He's kind of a little like Aston Martin DB5 looking little car, a little nod to his friend.
It shouldn't have been Cars 2?
Yeah, if you watch Cars 1, 2, and 3 together, you'll be like, shouldn't 3 just be 2? And 2 should have been like a side movie because it's like about Mater and he's like a secret agent with Michael Caine, and it's just like it makes no sense. But yeah, so he was kind of a leading man in that. Here's a picture of his character. Here's a little spy car.
Ah,
See, like a little Aston Martin looking car.
Look at him.
Very adorable. So yeah, that had no business being the second Cars movie. But anyways, that's my rant about Pixar movies.
Let me go through the rest of my screenshots and just wipe those out. So yeah, I really like the mutton chops sideburns on Sutherland and Connery's beard.
Yes,
both of them look great.
Oh, clean beard, dude.
Find me a dead cat. But look at that shot right there. Like, that's like classic actor.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, Ringo.
Ringo.
So that wipes out pretty much all my screenshots.
Yeah.
But Mario, I was just reminded of something.
Yes.
I need to go grab it from the other room. And it can be discussed later, but I just got to go grab it real quick.
Okay.
So you take over for 15 seconds. I'm not going to stop the recording.
Okay.
Just say some stuff that I'll come back and hear in the edit,
Okay. So, words of wisdom today for Dylan. I'm going to read this off. I got a fortune cookie here. It would be best to maintain a low profile for now. That's not a good fortune cookie. I got another one here. Oh, never mind. He's coming back.
Okay, I'm back. What'd I miss? Anything good?
I was just going to read you a fortune cookie to give you words.
What do you got?
I guess I'll just do it while you're here. I read one on record. You'll see it later, but it wasn't good enough, so I wanted to read this one. Okay. So I'm gonna. Wow, this one actually fits today's episode almost.
Really? When you rob a train, make sure.
Close. When the mouse looks upon the cat, we'll say dog, there must be an escape route nearby, which is almost very, I always try to teach you two things. One, never let them see you bleed. And the second, always...
That's my lunch.
That's my lunch. That's... And then he hits a thing, goes down. That's my lunch.
And that's it.
And he goes down in the elevator. That's my lunch. I want that sampled on my record. I was just thinking about that the other day.
Or when he goes down, you just hear like a grinding noise and your blood splits up.
Oh my God. It's like the shredder from Tomorrow Never Dies. It's just like...
or License to Kill.
Yeah. And the second, that was my lunch, 007.
And the second,
many Hoosiers.
So that wipes out all my notes.
Mine are wiped out as well, man.
Okay.
So shall we get into our rating section?
That depends. Do we want to do the ratings or do we want to talk about the thing I had to run out of the room for?
Well, I got... Oh, you want to talk about it on mic? Okay.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I do.
Oh, in that case, let's before we get into our ratings, Dylan has a show and tell for us.
Okay, if we're going to go back to film number 35,
Oh, okay.
You only live twice.
Ooh, we're going back in time.
Okay. I'm just gonna pull up the cast so I get it correct here. All right. You remember, do you remember that our female leads are Akiko Wakabayashi as Aki and Mi Hama as Kissy Suzuki.
Yeah.
And I noted that Akiko Wakabayashi was in
Godzilla?
King Kong versus Godzilla. King Kong versus Godzilla. Right? And she was also in... Ghidorah, the three-headed monster. Anyway, so she's in King Kong versus Godzilla. And Mi Hama is also in King Kong versus Godzilla and King Kong Escapes.
Oh.
Right? Do you remember I brought that up in the episode?
I do, yes.
Okay. Well, I was at the store the other day, Mario, and I got you something.
You got me something?
Yeah, I found this. I did not expect to find this. This. Let me pull up soon. Okay, so I can see what I'm seeing. This is a 3 DVD pack of Peter Jackson's King Kong, the long version, King Kong versus Godzilla, and King Kong Escapes.
Whoa! Whoa! What a collection!
Right? So I got that for you.
Thanks, man. Oh my
No
god!
problem.
Oh my god! That's so exciting.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Yeah, I love that first King Kong film, absolutely, and the other one was super fun. So I'm gonna, I'm gonna have a marathon because there's so many Godzilla and King Kong things coming out, man. Like you see that, like they have like an Apple TV series, and there's the movie coming out, and then there's an animated King Kong Skull Island show on Netflix. Like it's like King Kong and Godzilla season.
And the Monarch show, right?
Yeah, the Monarch one.
yeah,
that's
with,
the one I was talking about. Yeah, like that one looks
Kurt Russell.
tremendous. And
Yeah, that
so
looks pretty damn good.
for a show. It's like insane. So I can't wait for that. So I'm gonna get in the mood by watching all those together, man. That's gonna be a fun evening. Oh hell yeah! Thanks, man. I'm excited.
You're quite welcome.
Let's
You're
go.
quite welcome.
Let's go.
It was too good of a find not to get, and I knew you're a fan
find.
of these kinds of films.
Yeah, that's a great find. Holy shit! Hell yeah! Hell yeah! I'm in it, man.
So yeah, now we can get into our ratings.
All right. With that being
Let's do
said,
it.
folks, you guys know at the end of the discussion of the film, we got to rate the film. But we're not just rating the film. We're going to rate if the SHs, the sexiness, the score of the score, the film itself, and the man himself, Sean Connery. So I think we're going to start with the SHing.
Indeed, I'm just looking at some of the trivia here. I found myself looking at the trivia for some. This is a lot. I should have done this beforehand. Anyway, this was the final movie for Andre Morel and Peter Butterworth.
Butters.
Okay. All right. So let's get into our ratings. I'm sorry. What was your question? Do you want to start with the SH? Is that what
With
you
the
said?
SH. And we'll start
All right,
with
let's
you.
do it. Me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm giving him a 2. It's not really hard in this movie. It's a light. It's a pretty straightforward S.
I'll
about
I'll
you?
agree with you. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
there. Maybe a couple of H's here and there, but nothing too thick.
So 2?
2.
2. Okay. On to our sexy rating. Mario,
Oh man, this movie is
you go first.
it's pretty darn sexy, man. I'm not gonna lie. It's
I wouldn't lie. either.
Connery-
Do you ever tell the truth?
tr-
The truth?
nothing but the truth, baby.
No.
Yeah, Connery looks like $1 million in this. He is daddy in this movie.
Yes.
For sure. And Lesley-Anne Down is just another plus, man. Just that the first scene of her, like when she like dropped her like skirt, had her little like undergarment on. I was like,
Her
ooh.
corset.
I was like, ooh, whoa, whoa.
And then there's almost a blowjob reference, and she's stunning.
Yeah, he just
absolutely
he's
stunning.
Sitting there,
and he's absolutely stunning.
He's sitting there with the grapes. I want him to be holding the grapes, and he just Austin Powers kind of like, and it squeezes them, and they like explode. Like that's the first time we see Connery kind of like really like
get some,
but like kind of like excited about it. Like he's always very suave about.
Yeah, Bond doesn't could take it or leave it.
Yeah, but him he's
I'm feeling Italian and musical.
Yeah, but him he's like holding the grapes like, oh shit, that's
looking amazing with his shirt off.
Yeah, he looks really good. This is 79 Connery,
Yeah.
so yeah, this is...
it makes me want a 69 with him.
Yeah, hell yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I think it's a really sexy film, dude. So
Give your rating, my friend.
I'm willing to give this a 9.
A 9. That's it. That's all. That's all you're giving this thing.
You're gonna.
I'm giving it a fucking 10, my
You're
friend.
a 10?
This is the sexiest film that we have covered so far.
Really?
This film, I was aroused this whole movie.
Which can we go back into like other scores? What's the second highest sexy score?
Let's see.
I'm assuming it's all 9s or 8s because we've never given a 10 before. So this is the first 10, I believe.
Yeah, and we still need to.
Oh wait, no. Mama Jules gave Connery a 10 in The Rock.
Yes. Hold on. Let me see. Sort range. 1 second. By column R. Okay. Average sexy rating is From Russia with Love at a 9.9.
Oh yeah, me and Nicole gave him a 10.
Or 9.8. I'm sorry, 9.83333. So 9.8.
So
yeah.
so okay, it's not the first 10 given out. I was wrong about that. The other 10 is
my first 10.
Yeah, my first 10 was The Hill.
The Hill. Yeah.
He was very sexy in The Hill. I liked him in The Hill.
He was very sexy in The Hill. Yeah.
So okay.
But for me, this is the sexiest film we've watched.
Hell yeah.
Wow, was he sexy in this film. And then you add Lesley-Anne Down, who is so sexy. Wow, what a film. And both of them are just on their game, both dramatically and comedically, to match the sexiness. You know what I mean? Both of them are just incredible actors.
Yeah, and there's no slapping. It's like
oh, thank God! I'm so glad.
You know
you
what I
didn't hit
mean?
her.
It's like everything's cool, man. Everything's cool as a cucumber. I love it, man.
There was never any indication he would, because like there's a couple of times where you think that he is using her, but like
it's very playful.
Yeah, and it's not until
because he's like because you could sense that's like he knows she can handle her own. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it's like.
And it's not until the end when she's forced to ride in the car with Henry Fowler Jones that she's like, all right, this is too much. You can't put me alone with him. So, and he almost recognizes her, so it's damn close. But, oh, God, what a fucking sexy film.
Yeah.
I just took some of those screenshots just based on how sexy he was. With that white ruffle shirt and the green vest.
Yeah, man.
Oh, he looks like he's doing Shakespeare.
Hell yeah.
To my penis.
To my penis. Let's go.
So, yeah, 10 for me on the sexiness, 9 for you.
Yeah, 9
you
for
sure
me.
you don't want to go any higher than that? I'm not forcing you to, but it's so fucking sexy.
You know what?
The only thing that's not sexy is Sutherland, but he is sexy. Like he's very sexy, but he's like he's an 8 any day. But compared to the 2 10s that are Connery and Down, you know what I mean? It makes his 8 look like a 6.
You know what? And
also his goofy mutton chops.
The goofy mutton chops. You know what though? Even the poster is kind of sexy, man. I'm looking at the poster right now. This with all the money coming out of the smokestack, and you have Connery looking dope with the cigar and the big teeth, and
Down with the corset on.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that. All the money and shit. Like that's just like some like Red Dead Redemption.
And he's lighting the cigar with the money.
Yeah. Like that's that.
And Sutherland's got the key, and his ruffle looks like oranges.
Yeah, dude. So I think, and I kind of want that as a tattoo, the Great Train Robbery logo with the smokestack on the top.
I said this on the last episode. How cool is that fucking logo?
There's one.
It's the front of a train.
There's one out there. If you Google it, it's the one that's like kind of hand drawn. Different one. If you look up the images, the fourth one. Look at the keys are hanging off the O. I love that as design too, with the 3 keys. And like that's super.
Oh wow!
Super clever. It's all the 4 keys.
4 keys. Yeah. Wow.
There's another one out there too, an international one I saw on IMDb. That's just it's the keys and a trainer in the keys. If you go to IMDb, well, I'll share my screen if I find it. Hold on.
I'm on IMDb right here.
Yeah. Go through all the posters. There's one that has all the keys. Oh, right there. See the drawn keys? One.
Oh, wow.
There it is. I love that one.
Wow.
That's like an international one.
Yeah, that's amazing.
How cool is that one, dude? Like, I love that. We'll share all these posters on Instagram because
I like that one. That makes it look like a real mystery.
Yeah. We love our posters, man. But yeah, that's
terrible.
Yeah, that's really bad. But the original one,
awful photos.
like that one goes hard as the.
I like this one.
What's it?
Not since The Sting. It's all got all the reviews on it.
Ooh.
The critics trust. I really like how they use the train shape as the font. That's really clever.
Yeah, but the original one, it's very reminiscent of Man Who Would Be King, that kind of same art style. So like, there's so many posters, man. Like when we're done with this podcast, I'm gonna make a mass purchase of like all my favorite posters and get them framed and just hang them up
and write it off.
I'm gonna write them off as a text thing because I got my Thunderball poster, which I love, but I definitely have other ones I want from the Bond era and some of these other ones, man. Just to commemorate how much I love these films.
Let's talk about this little scene right here where Connery is being shaved by Down, and she's like, "I remember the time we met, and I did that performance, and I went backstage, and there were the flowers that you had bought me. And I didn't buy you any flowers." And she comes so close to slitting his throat. Like, why waste money? I stole them from a dead man's grave. Beautiful payoff to the scene.
Sexy. All right, let's move on to our ratings here.
We got no more posters for it. It looks like we've covered all the posters that are available. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, we will.
Wow. Okay, our next rating, the musical score. The score for this film was done by Jerry Goldsmith. And let's see what other films we have seen where he has done the score. Sorry. Jerry Goldsmith. You go ahead and talk. What did you think of the score for this movie?
I thought it was fine. There was nothing super memorable for me. But I do definitely think it flowed well with the film. I think I'm willing to give it a solid 7.5.
Give it a 7.5 for the musical score. I'm going to give it an 8.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to kind of sit there with you and give it an 8. It was good. It was really solid.
Yeah, nothing memorable, but still good.
Yeah, nothing super memorable. Where is it? Not. Hold on. I guess I'm going to have to go to his IMDb here. Because I know we've seen him, or we've heard his music in
Curious George Goes Wild West. A lot of Star Trek.
Okay, is this in order? Wow, it's taking its time to load. That's how much there is. Okay, we're going to have to go back. And you know what? I guess I'll just do a search. Jerry Goldsmith, Sean Connery. Medicine Man.
Medicine Man.
There we go. I knew we had heard him before.
One of my favorite scores for a movie. I love the Medicine Man.
Yeah, that was a very good score.
I still flip out about that one track that I really liked.
Yeah.
The Russia House. You do the Russia House?
Yep, Russia House. Uncredited. Huh. As the score producer.
Rambo 3, Supergirl, Twilight Zone, the movie. More Star
and Twilight.
Trek.
The First Great Train Robbery. Islands in the stream, that is where we are. Something, something, something. Ghetto superstar. The Wind and the Lion.
Ooh.
So, yeah, we've heard him quite a few times before. Escape from the Planet of the Apes. Great movie. Have you ever seen that one?
Not that one, no.
Escape from the Planet of the Apes is a very good movie.
And he did regular Planet of the Apes.
Yeah. The Girl from U.N.C.L.E. in Lake Flint. Our Man Flint. The Spy with My Face. It looks like we're coming down to the end of that. All right, so it seems like that's all he's done with Connery. But we'll find out as we go along.
Still a good
if
amount.
We've missed anything. Very good amount.
Oh, I did a Wayne's World, too.
Yeah, he's done so many classics here.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so I think a good score. 7.75 average for us.
Absolutely.
All right. Film rating, Sean rating. Which one are we doing
Film
first?
rating.
All right, what are you giving this, my friend?
Oh, man, what a blast. What a good movie.
What a fucking great movie. Take it
I'm
away.
like close to giving it a perfect score, but I don't think I can because, I mean, there's a few moments I'm like, you could have cut around here. You could have done something different. Although, as we did talk about when the movie started, I'm like, when it ended, I was kind of like, oh, that's it. I want more. But yes, there are some things I would definitely fix around. So I think it's not going to be a perfect score, but it's going to be damn close. I'm going to give this film a 9.5.
Mario Lima,
Yes.
gonna meet you right there.
We're there. We're there together.
What are the things that took away that 0.5 for you? I'll say for me, the only thing that took away that 0.5 was super nitpicky. Was the time stretching with the key stealing sequence. You know what I mean? Like both the training for it and the execution for it. I wish it had just actually stuck to 75 seconds.
Yeah.
I wish they would have just kept that like actuality in real life. Like you could line up a stopwatch to it.
Yeah.
But that's nitpicky. The thing that takes that only takes away 0.1. The thing that takes away the remaining 0.4 is watching a dog actually kill rats.
Yeah, that's a little rough.
That takes away 0.4 for me, and it makes it a 9.5. What makes it a 9.5 for you?
I'm trying to think more specifically about what it is. I think there was a few scenes that kind of maybe just like got away from me or like I lost focus with. So when I tend to lose focus and I can't remember what happened, and if I have to rewind because I didn't understand what was happening, then like, you know, it kind of like takes me out of the movie because I'm like, okay, I can't concentrate for a second. But yeah, other than that, yeah, and the dog thing was kind of annoying. Didn't like that, and yeah, there's not really much else. And I think my other complaint is I wish there was like more. I just want more action of this, man. I think it's like so much fun.
The next Great Train Robbery.
The next, I want another one. I want to see what they do. I want to see what they do next, man. Give me the next, the first.
That would be the sequel.
No, it should be the first Great Plane Robbery, and like you know, and then like the first great
Sean Connery as DB Cooper.
first great boat fucking robbery. I don't know.
The first great horse robbery.
Steal a horse.
The first great robbery.
The first great robbery in general.
The first robbery.
First robbery.
The first.
It's cavemen like stealing a rock from other cavemen. But yeah, that's
I say ugh. That's my rock.
yeah, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Excellent. All right, so with that being said, let's move to our Sean rating.
Ooh, you go first for this one.
Our Sean Connery rating. I'm doing it, my friend. I'm doing it.
Ooh.
10. 10 for me. He was fucking phenomenal in this. Both with how sexy he was and his comedic timing and just his performance, his commitment to the role to get up on top of a fucking moving train without a harness.
How the fucking harness, dude.
Without a fucking harness that you can see, like, and there's no way they could have fucking blurred it out. Like, I don't know. Maybe they could have, but he was up there by himself for real.
It was tremendous.
And it's an amazing action sequence. Hanging from the side of the train, like the amount of times that he almost, when he's hanging from the side of the train and goes through the tunnel, he almost like skins his back.
Yeah, right? I was waiting for him to really hit like one of those bridges.
Terrifying.
So bad.
And it was going 40, 50 miles an hour. That's insane.
Insanity.
So yeah, 10 for me. He is charming and devilish and fucking hilarious. The image of him humping the air, will live rent-free in my brain forever.
Yes.
America, a land of many prominent directions. Mario, can we pause for just 1 second?
Sure.
Yo no uso camisas, pero uso camisetas. I don't wear shirts, I wear t-shirts. Okay. 440-day streak.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I don't wear shirts. I wear t-shirts, brother.
Bitch. All right. I've met my daily Duolingo. Okay.
I'm proud of you, kid.
We're back now, folks. All right, Mario, what are you giving Sean Connery in the First Great Train Robbery?
I am sitting there with you. This is a perfect Connery, man. Perfect Connery.
10?
Perfect 10 out of 10. Beautiful. So good in this. I want more of this character. I want more of these outfits. I want more of that beard. So good.
More Edward Pierce, please.
Yes, come on now.
Like Danny Ocean. I want more Edward Pierce.
Yes.
Yeah, perfect 10 for both of us.
Beautiful.
So good.
All right.
So good.
All right, let's review the scores. What do we got?
All right, Leah, let's go over them one more time. Zoop. Okay. The SH, we both gave it a 2 for an average of 2. The sexy rating, average of 9.5. You gave it a 9, I gave it a 10, because, God, what a fucking sexy film. Forgive me, that sounded like I was eking one out right there. 7.5 from you and an 8 from me on the musical score for an average of 7.75.
Yeah.
We both gave the film a 9.5, and we both gave Sean a 10.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that. And you know what? I'm going to do is I'm going to add a column on this spreadsheet, and I'm going to add the average of all the numbers together so we can see what our overall best rated film is.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Which will probably be something like Memories of Me.
No, probably
or Last Crusade.
Yeah, it was Last Crusade. It was a couple lately. We've had a few good 10s.
We've had
lately.
some good ones lately.
I think Indiana Jones.
Finding Forrester.
Indiana Jones might be our best rated film.
Well, you and I gave him a 10.1.
You gave it a 9. It was 10, and we had because we also had 2 guests on that. So two guests that gave him a 10.
All right, what rating would you want to see? Sexy, Sean, film?
Give me the film.
All right, our highest rated film is Memories of Me.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and then Murder on the Orient Express, which they're both 10s. They're both solid 10s.
Yeah, there's a tie.
Yeah, it just comes down to year, I think. It's sorting it by the year. So I'm sure Murder on the Orient Express is going to score higher when we put all our ratings in.
Yeah.
And then after those two is Last Crusade, Finding Forrester, First Great Train Robbery.
Let's go.
Those are our top 5.
Let's go.
Our top 6, excuse me. Our top 6, Memories of Me, Murder on the Orient Express, Last Crusade, Finding Forrester, First Great Train Robbery.
Wow.
Let's do the top 10. The Hill, Molly Maguire's, Goldfinger, From Russia with Love.
Nice.
At Russia with Love at number 10. That's not bad.
That's not bad
Out
at
of
all.
75 films, not bad.
And out of the 10, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 that involve a train.
Yeah, Murder on the Orient Express, Last Crusade, First Great Train Robbery, and Russia with Love. Damn.
Look at that. They're all trains.
And then number 11, Man Who Would Be King.
God damn it. God damn it. All right,
But
man.
I'm sure we will. I think our next little mini episode, we should fill in all the gaps in this spreadsheet.
Absolutely, yeah.
So
That'll be the next one. But,
or, upon the many that we need to do.
Yes,
we have a handful of mini episodes that we've got planned out.
Heck yeah.
For you folks.
Heck
Hang on.
yeah.
Heck yeah. Hang on like Sean Connery hung on to this train.
Hell yeah, dude. You know what I've been hanging on for?
Dear life.
Dear life, and hanging on to the urge to finally spin the wheel of curiosities. I believe it's my turn this week. But ladies and gentlemen, after our fun ratings here, we like to go over to wheelofnames.com to spin our wheel of curiosities to find out what film we're going to be reviewing next. What could it be? We like to talk about what we want, what we don't want. I'll start. I really don't want a documentary. I'm still on that. Like, we need to have something fun. After having this movie, I need more fun. I need more fun movies.
Same. I agree. I agree. Forgive me. I was adjusting my lights there, but I agree.
Yeah.
More fun.
Yeah, and I think the one I really want, which I mentioned earlier, was The Untouchables. I think that might be a good one.
I could go for Time Bandits.
Time Bandits could be interesting too.
That seems like fun, given it's directed by Terry Gilliam of Monty Python. I also feel like, even though it's not super fun, the tension in it is fun. Hunt for Red October.
Yeah.
I still want that. It's October. We got 2 weeks left to get that movie in October.
Seriously.
So, and heck, we got a Friday the 13th in October this month.
Yeah.
So,
oh man.
This year, excuse me. So, yeah, same. I don't want any documentaries, but I also don't want to save them all till last. I'd rather. I'd like to. It would suck if it was all we end our run with two documentaries and Sir Billy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It would be a not fun experience.
Absolutely.
So maybe as we start whittling the list down, maybe we can pick and choose a little more.
Yeah, absolutely.
I kind of want to see The Offense. I kind of want to see Ransom and have Chris back on.
Ooh yeah.
That would be fun. And also Ryan Hall from Instagram what's his... Let me pull it up here. I want to get that right. Properly shout him out. But he requested the Presidio.
Ooh.
Or and the Untouchables. So one or the other. Whichever one comes first.
Ooh.
We'll give him that one. Sorry to inside baseball here. Iconic Film Style on Instagram.
Hell yeah.
At Iconic Film Style. So if we get either The Untouchables or the Presidio, we'll reach out to him. I'd be down for another guest episode.
Yeah, we haven't had a guest in a long time.
Get the Limas for Diamonds Are Forever.
Yes. Alicia is ready for Darby O'Gill and the Little People.
Oh, let me put her on the list here then. My God, I can't spell anything.
There we go.
Boom.
A lot of Limas on this show.
Indeed.
But yeah, man.
Well, is she still Dumas?
Oh no, it's called Lima.
Okay.
She hasn't changed it legally,
right.
but she's Mrs. Lima to me.
I dig it. Yeah, I'm down to have another guest. I also kind of want Thunderball.
Yeah, so we could do our back-to-back Thunderball and
Yeah.
Never Say Never. So let's see what we get.
All right, so it's your turn to spin.
I've already cleaned off the remnants of the past films here.
Okay, you want to share your screen there?
And we're going to do a little shuffle.
Bold and Beautiful. Batman, the Bold and the Beautiful.
Batman, the Bold and the Beautiful.
Yeah, shuffle.
Yeah,
I'll say
I'm
when.
still going.
Shred that Parmesan. When?
Okay.
All
right.
Oh my God, are you ready? I'm so nervous.
This is
I'm so
always
nervous.
the best part of the show, man. I'm so excited, but it is time for us to spin the wheel of curiosities.
Whoa!
The Offense.
Look at that, dude. It was teetering on two Sidney Lumet films, the last two Sidney Lumet films we have.
It was a hair away from Anderson tapes, dude. A hair.
The Offense. I'm excited for this one.
Wow, let's go.
This was the film that Connery made in exchange for doing Diamonds Are Forever.
Really?
Yeah. Because they had to bribe him to come, not bribe him, but they had to basically convince him to come back. They gave him the biggest paycheck actor had ever seen at the time, and he said, "I want to do a couple of these movies," and The Offense was one of them, and I think it was the only one that got made.
Wow.
Maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, we'll discuss that next week. What?
I just went to go Google the movie, and this is the picture. One of the pictures that comes up. I'm sure we're gonna enjoy this in screenshots next week. Look at this shot.
Oh my God!
He looks like Tom. He has a Tom Selleck mustache in this movie.
That's a pretty amazing mustache. Now, Mario, I don't know if you're ready for how dark we're gonna get in this film. It's not gonna be a fun one.
Oh, is it a dark movie?
Sean Connery is a police detective who kills a suspected child molester while interrogating him.
Damn.
Yeah. So, that's it's gonna be pretty heavy.
Well, shit.
But also, I'm looking forward to it because one, beat up a child molester. But suspected, that's concerning. You got to find out that he did it or not. But two, Sidney Lumet and Sean Connery again.
Yeah, man, that's gonna be insane.
So,
okay.
Wow.
All right, man. So
it's gonna be fun.
So, guys,
maybe not fun. It's probably not gonna be fun.
Well, it's gonna be interesting.
It's gonna be a good movie.
Absolutely.
Let's see where we can find it.
Oh yes, let's see where we can find it.
We got to keep this segment up for our listeners.
Yeah. I'm seeing Tubi, Pluto TV, and Freevee as a couple of free options here. You'll also
Hoopla.
You can also get it on your Prime Video and Amazon. You can rent it for a mere $3.89. And of course, we always suggest check your local library. Even check your parents' or grandparents' DVD or VHS collection. You never know. Maybe it's sitting there. You know.
Hey, Chris said he'd send us a copy of Ransom when it came time.
Oh yeah, there you go. So
we got you find them where you can.
Yeah,
find
you
them.
never know what's around.
Yeah. Well, I'm really looking forward to this.
Me too, man. And
it's going to be good.
I think it's going to be very good. But yes, guys, thank you so much for joining us with The Great Train Robbery. That was so much fun. What a great film.
Great film. It's in our top 5.
It's there. But guys, that's going to do it for us here at Connery Curious. Sean Connery will return in The Offense. Until then, I've been Mario Lima.
And I have been Dylan Titus. And as always, folks,
stay curious and directed.
Bum 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 bum. Bye.
Connery Curious.
You've been listening to Connery Curious, a Titus Compositions and Friggin' Nerds Media podcast. Follow us on social media for updates, memes, and clips. Find us on Twitter at CuriousPod007 and on Instagram at Connery Curious. You can also visit Titus Compositions at Titus Compositions to hear other podcasts and original music, watch music videos, or even pick up a great vinyl record. For more discussion and content about your favorite films, comics, games, and a network for all things nerdy, visit Friggin' Nerds Media on Twitter at Friggin' Nerds. You can rate, review, and share the podcast in-app, which helps us grow the show and reach the other curious Connerys out there. Thanks for spending time with us, and have a great day, but also, remember, stay curious. Fingering each other's pole holes. Great times.
The English troops were paid in gold.
I love gold.